You know something that I will never understand? They say for a lot of our sisters, accountability is like kryptonite. There's this one YouTuber's channel that's blowing up, man. He just made it to 10,000 subs, right? And although I can't agree, there's a lot of issues with our sisters. There are. Even our sisters that's on the battlefield with us, they agree too. I love black women, man. I come from a black woman. Well, actually, my bad. As my elders would say, we didn't come from a woman, we came from our fathers. That's a whole nother argument. I don't feel like getting into that. But I love black women. I really do. Ain't nothing more beautiful than a black woman, man. A brown-skinned, chocolate sister. There's nothing more beautiful. Let's just put that out there straight out the gate. Yes, I date outside my race from time to time in the past. But I didn't do it in the sense that I hate my sisters. No, I go where the love at. If a shorty rock with me, whether she white, Puerto Rican, Italian, Asian, whatever, Brazilian, if she shows me love and she's digging me, I'm gonna show her that back if I'm feeling her. It was always a person's character, their personality. I don't go for the looks all the time. I mean, yeah, you like you a decent looking chick, you know what I mean, a fine looking chick, a baddie, but it's always the chemistry with me, man, and the personality of that person. And if we might be into the same type of stuff, you know what I mean, we vibe. It's all about them vibes, man, energy. But anyway, so this brother is blowing up, man, and all he does is go in on these sisters. He called them Keishas, right? And he make a lot of valid points. But after a while, I just be like, man, yo. After the 100th video, like, fam, what are we doing? It starts to look like hate to me. But I don't want to get him misconstrued or whatever, but he has his reasons. Maybe he just got to a point to where he got tired of dealing with the Keishas. But every video, that's all he talk about. And then he does his commentary based off the sisters getting on these TV shows and, you know, embarrassing themselves. And he building a following. He building a following just off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Donnie, what does this have to do with Mr. Kevin Samuels? This has nothing.
I know, just let me cook. Alright, fall back. Go over there with that negativity. We don't need that negative Nancy. Let me cook. Let me cook.
I'm gonna let you cook. But can you get to the point?
Hey, you don't interrupt the chef when the chef is cooking, do you? Now back to what I was saying. And I'm not mad at any brother that's growing their following. Hey, get your subs. I wish mine would grow like that. But hey, do your thing. I ain't mad at you. But it's just sad that brothers is building a following, a fan base full of angry men, angry black men, right? Most of them are black men. And they're just mad and angry at the sisters. Listen, we need to have that same energy for our brothers who just pump and dump these women and use and abuse them. You know what I mean? Run up their light bills, the electric bill, max out their credit cards, feel me? Never put gas in their cars, eat up all their kids' food. You know what I'm saying? They munching off of her. You know what I mean? Parasites. You know? These scavengers ain't got nothing in their name. Like, she the breadwinner. He won't even help pay a bill. Even take the trash out or wash the dishes. This is what they got to deal with, right? And I know a lot of them, they got low self-esteem, so they settle. That's why I said broke or six figures. And if they feel like they can't get the 6-figure man, then they just deal with Tyrone, who ain't got no job because he know how to lay the wood. It's enough of that. Our sisters, they deserve better than that, man. But they got to feel like they deserve better than that. You feel me? Where we start with accountability. I'm getting off subject. But as far as the brother go, I like his channel, but after a while, I just be like, wow, man. So this is all you're going to be talking about, huh? And that's all he talk about is Keisha's. And he just be going in. No, I'm not going to say what channel it is, but anyway, it's just sad, man. It is. But so I made this video because I just wonder, even though I know the answers, but I'm still questioning it. Why did black women hate Kevin Samuels so much? Why did they hate him so much, y'all? When a lot of them, they agreed, they gave him the consent by just, getting on his show. They came to his show and they continued to keep coming to his show. So I don't understand why did they hate him so much? Now some will say, well, it was his tone. If you can just change your tone, then we would like your show, and you would think he blew up overnight, but he was doing it for years. And if you go back into the past, he was getting at the men first. Back then when he was doing this fashion and cologne and trying to educate brothers on focusing on your image. I'll never forget that about him. He always told the black man, you need to narrate your image. You know what I mean? Control your image. And, because he said he was a consultant. So he always was big about that. Focus on your image, black man. And I dig that. And then he was saying that if you feel like you behind in life, then you need to be putting in 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? You need to go into overdrive. You shouldn't even be focused on women. You should be focused on your grind and putting in that work. Put it into 5th gear and just go hard. And that right there is when I was like, yo, I rock with this dude. This was back then, before he got 1 million subscribers. But his shows was cool. I liked his shows where he was interviewing the women, and I'd be like, yo, you had girls talking about they look like they try to compare themselves to Beyonce, and I'm like, yo, shorty, you looks nothing like Beyonce. A lot of the women that would call in were extremely delusional, man. Like, real talk, they was just too delusional for me. Too delusional. You couldn't tell these women nothing. But so I guess that's what it is why women hated him so much, and still to this day a lot of them be hating him because it was his tone and how he came at them, the delivery. But if he came at y'all nice, would y'all have respected that? Now I'm saying sometimes I felt as though he could have toned it down just a bit. You know what I'm saying? But he was trying to warn y'all of what's to come if you don't be realistic. He kept saying winter is coming. And what he was talking about is when you hit that wall. Because let's keep it real, ladies. A lot of y'all be saying, I don't need a man. I got do bad by myself. I'm strong and I'm independent. Listen, we need y'all and y'all need us. At the end of the day, ladies, you need a man. Now, I get it. A lot of y'all was raised. Y'all came up in a situation where you had to fend for yourself. I get why. Listen, I totally understand why a lot of them be masculine. You know what I mean? You can't be soft in this world. Now, the problem I have is they be overdoing it. You know what I mean? To where they like challenging the man. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it goes wrong. It shouldn't be like that. You should still be a lady, you know? And Cardi B is now talking about she's no longer a feminist. Like, I just don't respect it, bro. Cardi B, yo, she just be losing me on a lot. And now she's talking this 50-50 stuff. These women ain't trying to hear that. They ain't trying to hear that. They want to keep their bag, and they still want you to be traditional. If that's your lady, then okay, but it shouldn't be about the money, because now our sisters are screaming this, you got to have 50K or 100K or 6 figures to get with me. That's just to even date them. That ain't even the relationship part. And see, that's what's crazy, man. See that right there? Nah, it shouldn't be like that. Y'all should be a power couple. Like, it should be, the woman respects that the man is the man, right? He's the head of the household, she's the neck. She doesn't go over and beyond and try to belittle him based off his career choices or his money status or whatever. It shouldn't be like that. It should be about love between the two. The chemistry, the history. When times get hard, we got each other's back. And when I finally get back on my feet, I'm gonna hold it down. But these people today are just, they want the lifestyles of luxury. They're looking at these celebrities, and these people feel some kind of way to the point where they get tired of living average. So now they want to they feel like they should be on the level of these celebrities. That's why these women are all becoming, influencers. You know what I'm saying? Especially on TikTok. And I always said TikTok is like the confession booth for women. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women hated Kevin Samuels because of his tone, his delivery, and he didn't hold no punches. He was straight raw. He was going in. He was coming at you with the truth. And every now and then he would get angry. He'll holler and he'll start cursing up a storm. But for the most part, he was always trying to conduct himself like in a professional manner. And he was very petty, but he had to be. He felt like he had to be. But I really feel like he really did it out of love. And I feel like he didn't get a chance because his life was cut short. He didn't get a chance, right, to really do what he was trying to do. I feel like that was just the beginning. But it was just so brutal sometimes to watch. So after a while, I fell back. You know what I mean? But I just wish he had the Lord in his life more. I wish he would have been breaking down scriptures. I wish he was just like that type of person, still doing what he does. But I wish he had, I don't know, man. Anyway, man, this video is too long. I didn't mean for this to be this long, but And then what I didn't like is when he passed, right? When Kevin Samuels passed, I mean, the same black women that showed Jerry Springer a lot of love when he passed, they didn't show that for Mr. Samuels. They celebrated. That's all you saw on Twitter. They celebrated when he passed. They was happy. But they were sad when Jerry Springer passed away. It's crazy. But that's how we do, man. We tear our own people down. And we gotta stop acting like it's not a problem in our community. There's too many single black mothers, man. Let me tell you something. Our sisters go so hard when it comes to these baby showers. They be treating these baby showers like they're weddings because they know a lot of them, they never gonna get married. And that's sad. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that, And these single parent homes, these kids, these boys, these young black boys need fathers. Or they're gonna grow up and join gangs or become thugs and criminals. The daughters are gonna grow up and be 304s, man. They're gonna be thoughts. Shout out to the person that told me what a 304 is. Oh man, I can't believe that's what that means. Oh, this is craziness, man. Wow. Let me get off this video, man. But yeah, a lot of our sisters, they didn't like him because how he came at them. But at the end of the day, these black women kept coming to the show at the end of the day. And now they're all headed over to Kendra G. And even she's starting to feel it. Now she's understanding what Kevin Samuels was trying to illustrate to her. Now she understands what he was trying to tell her. You know, she didn't get it, but she gets it now. Now she's having a hard time. And there's certain videos where she's been going off because these women's standards are not realistic, yo. And a lot of them, they're never going to find what they get on these shows to say, I want a man to make this. I want him to be this tall. I want him to be like that. Fam, a lot of y'all, I don't know. They in for a rude awakening. One day they're going to wake up and realize all them years they wasted because they were selfish and rebellious and couldn't nobody tell them nothing. That's on them. And I'm not telling ladies, I'm not telling y'all to settle. But at the end of the day, a lot of women are average. Let's keep it real. They're average, thinking that they deserve the oysters of the world, you know, the best of the world. And they don't. Man, I'm telling you, man, I wish I lived in the times when my grandparents, I know their era was a lot of racism, but at least they had each other, man. At least they had love back then. You feel me? Like, I wished I lived in their era to a degree, minus the racism stuff. You know what I mean? But racism's still going on. We still slaves. You gotta go to work, right? All right, now you still a slave. When did you get free? Anyway, it's your boy Donnie. I'm going somewhere else. But yeah, man, I know the answer, but I still ask that question: why do our black women, or why did they hate Kevin Samuels so much? And they hated him because of his tone and his delivery. But again, they would have respected him if he was soft and gentle. No, they would have ran all over him. They wouldn't have respected him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them used to call in there. They got 2-3 baby daddies talking about, my next man got to make this and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, yo. And you got some of them thinking they was a 9 when they're really a 4. I mean, it was just a lot of delusions, man. It's sad. And I wonder where a lot of those women are at today. Especially the ones that was always arguing with him. But I ain't gonna front. He had one baddie, yo. Yo, she was bad. He had one baddie on his show. I wish I knew her Instagram. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm sliding her DMs. Yo, he had one baddie he was going back and forth with. But her friend was like instigating it in the background. He was like, who that? That's Big Shirley? That's Big Shirley in the background? Well, you tell her, cam up. Get on the camera. Yo, I used to love when he used to roast him. Yo, I used to go in. But yo, that one baddie, and when she would lick her lips, I'd be like, man, she is beautiful. Yo, Shorty was a baddie, yo. I wish I knew her Instagram, man. But anyway, then I'm seeing other brothers throwing on suits now in their videos as they blog. I'm like, wait a minute, fam. Now you wearing glasses. Now you throwing on a suit. Come on, man. They trying to get their Mr. Samuels on. You can put the look on. You could dress the part. But come on, man. It's either in you or it ain't. And it ain't. You can never outdo Mr. Samuels. You know? Anyway. Your boy Donnie, man. Signing off. It's raining like crazy outside. I just woke up too, by the way. Well, I gotta edit some videos, man. Catch y'all on the next one.